Hi, this is part two, the coffee card tutorial. We're going to start out by opening our part one. This is what we're going to be setting up for. We're not going to get to all these elements, but a lot of them we will be setting up. We're going to be focusing on the About page, dealing with mostly dropping in the text and setting up the layout for this page. And then in a later tutorial, we'll be dropping in the artwork. But so let's get started. So we're going to start with our About page. So you're going to go into your plan mode, double click on your About page. So we're now out of the master pages and we're going to the individual page designs. So first you're going to go on my website and you're going to download part two lesson. Oh, I'm sorry. It shouldn't say lesson 4. It says download part 2 art. It's going to be a folder that's going to contain these items in there. I'll have a button on my website that you'll be able to download. It's going to have some images, some Muse files, etc. Basically we're going to be using the text files in this folder, and that's what you'll need to grab. So take the whole folder and download it. Okay. So in plan mode, we're going to double click the About page, which we should be at. We're going to select the text tool and draw a text box. And you're going to type in the words about Kevin's coffee cart. So I'm going to click on my text tool. I'm going to click and drag across the 2 columns about, whoops, not in all caps, regular text, about Kevin's coffee cart. Coffee with a K. Okay. I'm going to, if I didn't stretch the text across the 2 columns, okay, go on my pointer tool and I can adjust the text box just a little, a little bit deeper than the regular text. Okay. So then underneath it, I am going to drop in this text that you can see in my PowerPoint file. It's about 2 paragraphs of text. So I am going to just click on the white of my layout. I'm going to pull down under File, Place. I'm going to navigate to that artwork file that I downloaded. For you guys, it should be either on your H drive or your desktop. Right now I have mine on my desktop. So I'm going to navigate to my, desktop. Mine says Part 2 Art. It's a folder. And I am going to click Text About.txt. And I'm going to open. And then you're going to see it gives me a place gun. I'm just going to click and it puts a text box automatically on there. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it. I'm going to align it a little below the text that I just put in. I'm also going to take the edge of my box and make it as wide as the 2 columns. I'll make it a little deeper. So that's what yours should look like as well. Okay, so now I'm going to format the headline to 24 point and give it a system font of News Gothic STD Bold. So just to go over with you, there's different font categories. Recently used, web fonts and add feature, web safe fonts, and system fonts. So these are the different fonts. There's a lot of different fonts that Muse offers. Again, you can add web fonts, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So let's start off with the headline, 24 point, system font, News Gothic. So I'm going to click on my text for my headline. I'm going to make it 24 point. Click right up here. And I'm going to click on my text under the system fonts, which are down below. It was News Gothic, I believe. I'll scroll down. News Gothic. Bold. Right, News Gothic Bold. believe that's what it was, right? Okay. I think it's not STD. I think it's MT. If you have STD or MT, it seems like I have MT. You can keep that. Okay. So I'm gonna, for the rest of my text, the paragraphs, I'm gonna format that to 22 point size and a web-safe font, which is Georgia. So I'm gonna highlight all my text. I'm going to go point size 22. If I hit 22, I have to hit a return after. Notice how your text gets a lot bigger. And then you're going to pull down to web font, web-safe fonts, Georgia. And there we go. Again, if you click in here, you can see all different kinds. Web fonts, web-safe fonts, system fonts. Notice in web fonts, there is a function for add web fonts, which we're going to go over next. Okay. All right. So, okay, so we're going to change the fonts for Kevin's Coffee Cart. We're going to add web fonts. So I want to show you how to do that. So if I click on the text for about Kevin's Coffee Cart, I'm going to click on the text. I'm going to go to exactly what I was just saying before. Whoops, web fonts. Click add web fonts and it gives you this dialog box. Notice if I scroll over these, it says sans serif, without serifs. It goes over the different types of fonts. So serif, slab, script, black letter, monospaced, hand lettering, decorative. So if you click any one of those, it'll give you suggestions. So it really categorizes it for you, which is a pretty cool feature. And for this sake, we want to click sans serif without serifs. And then this feature, this is recommended for paragraphs or, and this is recommended for headings. So if we know our About Kevin's Coffee Cart is a heading, I'm going to click here. And it's going to give me, in the category of sans serif, what's recommended for headings. So I had downloaded League Gothic and Paytone 1 and Passion 1. And then you would hit OK, and I actually have mine in my fonts already. So what we're going to do is, you may have Oswald also. You can select Oswald, but I'm going to apply. I didn't have Oswald, so I'm going to apply that to there. So I'm going to make mine web fonts. I'm going to make mine Paytone 1. So whatever you have, whether it's Paytone 1 or Oswald, you can make the heading that. Okay. Okay. So letter spacing is the distance between characters, not just text. So, and tracking means the spaces between an entire line of text. Kerning means the spaces between letters within a word. So there's a lot of different vocabulary in here also. What we are going to do is we're going to place our, first we're going to place our cursor between the asterisk and the S in Kevin's. And we're going to add -2 line spacing. You're going to see what it does. So I'm going to blow this up so you can see it closer. So if I put my cursor, my text tool, between the asterisk and S, this is what kerning does. And if I click on text, my line spacing, if I change it to -2, watch what it does. It brings my S closer to the asterisk. If you wanted to do the opposite, which we don't want to do, but I'll just show you just for argument's sake. If I change it to a 6 and hit, you'll see it would create more space. So you can always alter your text that way. If you needed more space somehow, some way, or less space, that's always a way to do it. Okay. Okay, so leading is the distance between the baselines of text. So we're going to highlight our text. I'm going to make this smaller. We're going to highlight all of this text. I'm just going to make my text box a little deeper here. With my text tool, I'm going to highlight all this text, and I'm going to change the leading, which is the space between the lines. Again, click the text tool. The leading is right here. I'm going to change it to 150, and notice how it spaced out the lines. Okay? All right. Okay, so we're going to talk about alignments, text alignment. The different kinds of alignments there are is left, right, centered, and justified. So in the third column of type, we're going to type in another text. So I'm just going to click on my background just to get out of selecting any other text boxes. I'm going to click on my text tool again. I'm going to click and drag so that it spans the whole width of the next column. And I'm going to type in photo by Karen Coffee with a K. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the alignment to right aligned in the text panel. So if I highlight my text and I look above up here, you're going to see this is left aligned, here's centered, and here's right aligned. And then justified, actually it's not going to apply it to justified. I want to right align it. I will tell you about justified in just a moment. But so we're going to right align this text. All right. So now we're going to select the body of text. Just want to show you the alignment with the body of text as well. So again, if you right align, left align, and then here I'm going to show you justified. So justified means if I click align justified, it takes my text and spans it from the left side to the right side. So sometimes people like to do that kind of a layout where all the text spans the entire width of the column. Just wanted to show you what this does. And then it also leaves the last sentence to just fall where it does. So you notice this last sentence does not span from entirely left to entirely right. Okay, so for this sake, I just wanted to show you what justified was, but we're going to change it back to left align. Okay, so you should save your file. I just saved. Okay, so that was alignment. And so now we're going to place a text quote from, it's another text document from the art folder. So I am going to click on the white of my background. I'm going to do File, Place. I'm going to navigate to my folder again, and I'm going to click textquote.txt, open, and again my place gun is there, and I'll just click and it sticks my text in there. I'm going to make it the width of the one column. So notice how it's a quote. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to copy the text and paste it after the first paragraph in my copy. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to, highlight the whole thing. You can do edit, copy. Then I'm going to, after the first paragraph in my copy, I'm going to hit a return, and then I'm going to do edit, paste, and it'll take that quote and paste it right there. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to delete this text because I already have it. So I can just click on my pointer tool and just delete that whole text box. And again, I'm going to save. And then I'm going to pick up the rest of this in the second part. So see part 2.2 for the next. Thank you.